Would you be able to recognize the first signs that your cat is sick? Cats are amazing and affectionate animals, but they tend to be reserved when they're not feeling well. It's instinctive. In the wild, showing weakness can make them vulnerable. That's why, even when they're in pain or discomfort, they often hide their symptoms. And that's where the attentive pet parent comes in. In this video, you'll learn how to spot the early signs that something might be wrong with your cat's health. These are small changes in behavior, appearance, or habits that, if noticed in time, can make a big difference. Understanding these signs can help prevent serious complications and ensure your feline friend gets the care they need as soon as possible. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos with high-quality content, created with love and responsibility for people who truly care about cats and dogs. By subscribing, you help our channel grow and continue sharing content that really makes a difference in the relationship between pets and their humans. Changes in appetite and water intake. Changes in a cat's appetite are one of the most common and most overlooked signs that something might be wrong. If your cat, who usually eats well, starts rejecting food or eating much less than usual, it could be a sign of pain, digestive issues, infections, or even more serious illnesses. And the opposite is also worth noting. A sudden increase in appetite might be linked to hormonal disorders, such as hyperthyroidism. Water intake is another critical point. Cats tend to drink very little water, especially if they eat dry food. But if you notice your cat drinking much more than usual, it could be a sign of diabetes, kidney disease, or other conditions that affect the body's balance. On the other hand, drinking less water can lead to dehydration, which worsens any health issue. These changes might seem minor, but they're valuable clues. That's why it's important to observe your cat's eating and drinking habits every day. Pay attention to how much food is left in the bowl, how often they go to drink water, and even how they eat. If anything seems off, it's worth investigating. Appetite and thirst are direct reflections of health, and any change could be the first sign that your cat needs help. Changes in gum color. Your cat's gums can reveal a lot about what's going on inside their body. Under normal conditions, they should be pink, even-toned, and healthy-looking. But when that color changes, it's a sign that something might be wrong, and often it's a warning of serious issues. Very pale gums can indicate anemia, while a yellowish tone might be related to liver disease. If the gums appear bluish, it could mean poor oxygenation, which is extremely serious. Bright red or inflamed gums may point to infections or intense inflammation. These changes don't always come with other obvious symptoms, so it's important to include gum checks in your cat's regular care routine. Just gently lift the upper lip and take a look. If you notice any change in color, texture, or if there's bleeding, don't wait. Take your cat to the vet. Gums are a window into internal health, and paying attention to them can make all the difference. Changes in sleep and behavior. A cat's behavior is one of the clearest, and at the same time, most subtle, ways to tell that something isn't right. Cats have well-defined routines. They sleep a lot, choose their favorite spots, and interact with their humans in predictable ways. That's why any change in this pattern can be a warning sign. If your cat is sleeping much more than usual, seems apathetic, avoids contact, or isolates themselves, it could be a sign of pain, fever, or even depression. On the other hand, if they're more restless, meowing excessively, showing aggression, or grooming compulsively, that's also cause for concern. These changes may be linked to stress, physical discomfort, or neurological issues. What matters most is knowing your cat well. Every animal has its own personality, and that normal should be your reference point. Subtle changes in behavior, like avoiding furniture, skipping playtime, or changing their usual sleeping spot, can be the first signs that they're not feeling well. Frequent vomiting. Many people think it's normal for cats to vomit occasionally, especially because of hairballs. But the truth is, even occasional vomiting shouldn't be ignored. It's a sign that the body is trying to expel something, and that could mean anything from mild discomfort to serious health issues. If your cat vomits frequently, or if the episodes become more intense with blood, foam, or undigested food, it's time to investigate. The causes can vary widely, from poor diet, ingestion of foreign objects, food intolerances, to gastrointestinal diseases, inflammation, or kidney failure. Another important point is to observe your cat's behavior before and after vomiting. If they seem lethargic, avoid eating or drinking, or hide, that's a strong signal that something's wrong. Vomiting is not a normal bodily response. It's a sign that something is out of balance. And the sooner you seek help, the better the chances of treating the issue successfully. Changes in breathing. Your cat's breathing is a powerful indicator of their health, and any change in their breathing pattern deserves attention. If you notice your cat breathing rapidly, with effort, or even with their mouth open, it could be a sign that something's wrong. Cats don't normally pant, so this kind of breathing is always a red flag. Other signs include noisy breathing, wheezing, coughing, or frequent sneezing. These symptoms may be related to respiratory issues like feline asthma, bronchitis, infections, or even airway obstructions. In more serious cases, the cat may appear restless, with their neck stretched out and their chest moving excessively, which can indicate real difficulty breathing. These changes can appear suddenly or gradually, and often go unnoticed at first. That's why it's essential to observe your cat's breathing daily, especially when they're resting. If you notice anything unusual, don't hesitate to contact a vet. Breathing should be easy, and when it's not, the body is asking for help. Changes in urination or defecation habits. A cat's bathroom habits are usually routine and predictable, and any change in that pattern can be a clear sign that something is wrong. If your cat starts urinating outside the litter box, strains to urinate or defecate, or if you notice they're going to the bathroom more or less often than usual, it's time to pay attention. These changes can indicate a range of issues, such as urinary tract infections, blockages, intestinal inflammation, or even kidney disease. In more serious cases, the cat may vocalize in pain when trying to urinate, or stop urinating altogether, which is a veterinary emergency. Changes in stool, like persistent diarrhea, constipation, or the presence of blood, also require investigation. Additionally, the place your cat chooses to relieve themselves may change when they're uncomfortable. If they avoid the litter box, it could be due to pain, stress, or even a negative association with that spot. Watching these behaviors closely and acting quickly can help prevent serious complications. Your cat's bathroom habits are more than just a hygiene issue. They're a health indicator. Changes in weight. Your cat's weight is one of the most reliable indicators of their overall health. Both weight gain and weight loss, when they happen quickly or without explanation, can be signs that something isn't right. And what's most concerning is that these changes aren't always visible, especially in cats with thick or fluffy coats. Weight loss can be linked to conditions like hyperthyroidism, kidney disease, diabetes, or even cancer. Weight gain, on the other hand, may point to a sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, or hormonal imbalances. In both cases, your cat's body is trying to cope with something that isn't functioning properly. That's why it's so important to monitor your cat's weight regularly. A simple tip is to use a regular scale and weigh your cat once a week, always at the same time and under the same conditions. Keeping track of these numbers helps you notice subtle changes that might go unnoticed day to day. If you see any significant variation, consult a vet. Your cat's weight isn't just about appearance, it's a vital sign of their health. Now that you know the main early signs that your cat might be sick, it's easier to act quickly and make sure they get the right care at the right time. Daily, attentive observation is one of the greatest acts of love and responsibility you can offer. If you've noticed any of these signs in your cat, don't hesitate to contact a veterinarian. The earlier the diagnosis, the better the chances of effective treatment and recovery. If this video was helpful to you, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. And if you've gone through a similar situation with your cat, share it in the comments. Your experience might help other pet parents too. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.